Never marry somebody based on feelings. You see, I tell my wife this, and she knows that. I tell her, I didn't marry you because you are beautiful. I didn't marry you because of your shape, your looks. I didn't marry you because of feelings. No, it's not a feeling thing. It's not an emotional thing. This is somebody you're going to live with and grow old with. So it's not an emotional decision. It's a decision that will determine if you will make it to heaven. And I say this, and some people doubt it sometimes. Who you marry will even determine where you will spend eternity. Who you marry will determine if you will make it. Let me say this. Who you marry will determine if you will live a long life. Who you marry will determine if you fulfill your assignment. And your purpose is more important than the marriage. Your assignment in this life, your calling is more important than marriage. So who you marry is more important. Sorry, your purpose is more important than the marriage. So I just want to say this. Let's be careful. Do not make an emotional decision. It's not an emotional decision. And I wanted to share this video with single people. It is not an emotional decision. I told my wife this. I told her, before I met you, there were ladies I courted. I dated some people, about 7 or 8 ladies. Yeah, my wife was not the first lady that came into my life. There were other ladies that I courted and dated. I once fixed a wedding. Everything for the wedding was paid for. Then I canceled the wedding. Why? Because there were so many red flags. And God said to me, no, this is not it. This is not it. You can't go into this. So I put it on hold. Listen, when I put it on hold, I did that with tears. I canceled the wedding with tears in my eyes. Why? Because I had feelings for the girl. I had feelings for her. She had feelings for me. She was crying. I was crying, but I canceled the wedding. Listen, let me tell you. You don't make a permanent decision based on your feelings. It's not feelings. This is somebody that is going to live with you for the rest of your life. This person is going to be the wife, be the mother of your children. This person is going to be the father of your children. This person is going to influence your children. This person will determine if you will succeed in your career. In fact, this person will determine if you will have good health. Please do not make an emotional decision when you are choosing a life. It's not an emotional thing. It's not feelings. It is not, oh, I love him. Oh, the way he makes me feel. He makes me to laugh. You see, I see some girls. Some girls will say, oh, I don't like him. When you ask her why, you say, because he doesn't make me to laugh. Say, he doesn't make me to laugh. So you want to marry somebody because the person makes you to laugh. That's very funny. It's really very funny. So you want to marry somebody based on that the person is jovial. Oh, he's so jovial. I like him. He's so nice. Niceness is not the fruit of the Holy Spirit. That a guy is nice does not mean he's your husband. I've seen nice people who are not good husbands. I've seen spiritual people who are not good husbands. So don't even make the decision based on spirituality. Oh, that he goes to church every day. He's a pastor. He's a deacon in church. No, my dear, you need to ask God. Don't make an emotional decision. It's not about seeing the person in church. Watch the person's character. Observe how the person treats people that they don't need. Observe how they treat their subordinates. Observe how they speak to people. Observe character. See, let me tell you, put spirituality by the side. When I say put it by the side, it doesn't mean it's not important. But pay attention to the person's character. Pay attention to the fruits they are bearing, the way they talk, the way they approach situations. All right, this is very important. If you cannot trust the person, if you don't see integrity, you don't see trust, you don't see honesty, you shouldn't go there. That's a red flag. You shouldn't go there. The person that is asking you to have sex with him or kiss him or sleep over in his house, that's not the man you need. Already he's letting you know he will cheat on you as your husband. I keep saying this. I've written a book on it. I keep doing video on it. Some young people will not listen. They will still go and enter into marriage. Then they start calling us to pray for them. I get many wives send me a message. They say, "Oh, bro, you must pray for me, or my marriage is not working, or this." And sometimes when I ask the person, "Did you pray before going into the marriage? Did God approve you to marry this person?" 99% of the time, they say, "No, I did not pray. I married him because I like him. I married him because I love him. I married him because my parents pressured me." Is that, see, your parents pushed you into marriage so you can take care of them? That doesn't make sense. You need divine direction. Do not allow anybody to force you into marriage. All right? I once canceled, like I said before, when I canceled the wedding I canceled, my pastor at the time was mad at me. He was very angry with me. He was so mad in his office. He was very angry. I walked out of his office. I said, "Sir, I am the one that will live with this sister. I'm canceling this wedding." He said, "If you cancel it, this and this will happen, threatening me. I'm not going to ordain you. I said, "Fine, don't ordain me. It's fine by me." And I walked out. Listen, am I a happy man today? Very happy. I'm so happy I took that decision. So happy. Listen, don't let anybody pressure you into marriage. Pray. If you are not hearing God, don't let your parents or your pastor or your friends to pressure you, or social media. Make sure you get a word from God, because when you enter into that marriage, there are challenges. And when I say challenges, I don't mean that both of you will be fighting. There are external forces, external attacks that will come. You will need a word from God. And if you don't have a word and you enter into that marriage, you cannot fight the enemy. There was a verse that God gave me before I got married. That verse is my weapon. Before any challenge come, I tell God, "You spoke to me," and he will come and deal with the situation. So please, you need a word from God. If you don't get a word from God, put it on hold. Hold on. If you don't get a word from God, put that marriage on hold. You need a word from God. Because in future, when challenges come, barrenness, we are not praying for it. Any kind of challenge, in-law challenge, whatever it is, external forces will come. Listen, when challenges come, when the storms will come, sickness or whatever, you will need a word to fight. All right? It's not an emotional decision. You need a word from God. God bless you.